trying to keep in mind how many kids we're going to have back out here. I'm sure we're going to have to split this heat to get us our champions out of this division. That with being said, I'm going to keep 3 out of this class again. I think these are all 3 outstanding showmen. One thing I would tell you kids and your parents, I prefer, this judge prefers you don't come in the ring with a steel comb in your pocket. I know it's not a big thing, and I'm not going to beat your kid if he's got a steel comb in his pocket if he can show the whiskers off one. But with that being said, I just think it's safer for all involved if you come to the showroom with a plastic comb in your pocket. So enough on that. I'm going to keep all 3 of these kids, like I said. I think all 3 of these kids have probably had some rounds under their belt. They're pretty savvy. They're probably ring savvy. They're interested in leading their cattle into a setup rather than poking them into it. They're pretty relaxed at the halter. So I'm going to keep these 3. The young lady in the 4th spot, I can tell there's a lot of talent there. Your steer wanted to be a little bit of a stinker today. You didn't want to set up good. And with that being said, I can't punish the 2 that stand above you. I can tell you knew what you wanted, but your steer really didn't want that as bad as you did. So with that being said, talent galore there, just needed a little more of a cooperative steer to get you in one of those top placings in this heat. The young lady that comes out now with the red heifer, you do a really nice job. I just want you to be kids that are left and you 4 kids, I want you to be a little more ring savvy as far as be attentive to when cattle go out in front of you. It's your job to get them pulled up. Maybe keep those heads cranked up a little. You got to remember, when you put those cattle in the ring, I've never seen your calf before, and so you got to give me the best look possible for the 5 or 10 minutes you are here. So with that being said, I want you to be a little more alert, a little more tentative when you get out here. Awesome group of kids.
Looking for Riley Harmon and Brooklyn Buckingham. Riley Harmon and Brooklyn Buckingham. In the north ring, your heat is about to go in. Placings in the 4th heat of the junior division. 8th place goes to Josie Jones. 7th goes to Jessica Crowbar. 6th goes to Kimberly Dudley. 5th goes to Karen Stover. 4th goes to Kylie Callis. 3rd goes to Kanan Dirksen. 2nd goes to Kate Sweeney. And 1st goes to Kira Ingram. We will bring back the top 3 in that heat. Kira Ingram, Kanan Dirksen, and Kate Sweeney. We will see them back. Junior Mini Hereford. Junior Mini Hereford show classes and heats is posted on the back side of the Cimarron trailer sitting behind the announcer stand. Junior Mini Hereford steers are posted on the back side of the Cimarron trailer behind the announcer stand.
Let's give our seniors a big hand out here as we get started in our first heat. And I think that for the finals, we're going to bring the top 3 back. I mean, them 3 right there do an awesome job. And I think we could work on them until 10 o'clock tonight. And they're going to stumble a little bit, but they're never really going to just really fall on their face. And I think there's little things to tweak. But I think they all 3 kind of deserve a shot to compete for the finals, and we got plenty of senior showmen to get through. But we'll rest of you, you know, it's more of a swiftness issue. Just getting your calf set up as quick as possible, having it look as good as possible, especially with as many cattle and kids as we'll see today. So give them a hand and we'll see them back, the top three backs.
Placings in heat number 1 of the senior division. 6th place goes to Abby Buell. 5th goes to Abby Donkey. 4th goes to Brandon Keelan. 3rd goes to Avery Blakely. Reserve goes to Blake Henrich. And first, your winner of heat number 1 in the senior division goes to Abby Emerson. We'll move to heat number 2 in the north ring as we are in heat number 5 of the juniors in the south ring.
folks, I know it'd be simpler if I just keep one out of every class, or maybe two. I'm going to keep two out of this class again, and I just certainly don't want to cut a kid out of the chance of winning this overall division, and so I'll keep, you're standing third, right? Get that? That doesn't mean you couldn't still win your division, okay? What I would say about this class, a really nice class, a showman in this class, young man that wins a class, he's real calm and cozy steering his setup, and then he realizes when something's out of place that maybe he should put it back together and do it quite quickly, and I really like that. Likewise, the young lady showing the Charlotte colored heifer here that stands second in this class, she's savvy too. I like the way you lead your heifer into it, you don't poke her into it. I can tell, you can tell a lot of the time when people that judge showmanship will admit to you, if they're being honest, that you can kind of tell the kids. Sometimes your mind will change as you're judging, but when those kids get 10 yards in the ring, you can kind of tell what fits together. This young lady with the pink vest on, she does a really, really nice job. You pulled up and filled the gap. You did really good. You let your heifer get just a little stretched out at times. The young man that stands fourth in class, you were at a little bit of a distinct disadvantage as you were stuck up in that corner. I thought you let your heifer get just a little stretched out. I wanted to see you put her back together a little quicker, if you will. With that being said, really good class. I commented to this young lady in the yellow vest. The longer she was out here, the better she got. She relaxed. One thing I would suggest for her parents, yourself, when that heifer wants to walk, let her walk. She doesn't want to run. She just wants to walk. And when you start tapping her on the nose, then she camps her top up, and she isn't as good a looking heifer when you do that. So my suggestion that you kind of let her go and have a little more of a free rein on her. And what I scolded you on, I guess I'd say, I really wasn't scolding you, but a lot of these kids aren't filling the gap. When a judge pulls one out, it's your job to know and get that calf pulled up. And she stayed back. She had her heifer set up absolutely perfect, but she had a 20-yard gap that she needed to fill with that heifer. But she did get, the longer she was out here, the better job she did. The two young folks here, I don't even count how many are in this class, just want you to be a little more attentive on that heifer. Young man, I'm sorry for the problems you had. That stinks, doesn't it, when they fall over like that? I hate when that happens. I've had it happen too. So the longer you show this calf, the better he's going to get. And I think if you tug a little less on that nose, or maybe it'll be to your benefit so you don't have that happen.
Let's give this second heat of seniors a big hand out here. I know there wasn't as big, and for me, I think we're going to keep the young lady to come back for the finals for sure. She just calm, cool, collected, does a really nice job. I think the next week, boys in line, just make sure that when I pull one out, you're always pulling up to kind of use the rest of the ring. So let's give them a hand. Look forward to seeing that young lady back for the finals.
Heat number 5 of the junior division. 6th place goes to Mackenzie Glory. 5th place goes to Kyler Rodriguez. 4th goes to Clayton Carpenter. 4th and coming back is Kawhi Jorgensen. 2nd goes to Lana Danielson. And 1st goes to Landry Fuss. Top 3 will come back. Landry Fuss, Lana Danielson, and Kawhi Jorgensen. They will all come back. All right, well, we've got a special guest in the house tonight. He's fixing to hop on his pony and head back to Austin, Texas, where the OSU Cowboys are about to defeat the Texas Longhorns. Would everybody say hello to Mr. Pistol Pete in the house tonight? Oh, the special thing is, if you got kids, he is going to the backdrop. If you want your picture with Mr. Pete, send him over to the backdrop. He's going to be here for a few minutes before we head back to Austin to go whoop up on some of those Longhorns. How about it one more time to Mr. Pistol? sections in heat number 2 of the senior division. 6th place goes to Brogan Beverly. 4th goes to Chancey Hall. 4th goes to Carter Weber. 3rd goes to Chase Carlson. 2nd goes to Cash Bixby. And 1st goes to Emily Shaw. $32,000 in cash and prizes being handed out this weekend. As we say thank you to Leedey Livestock, the Bank of Western Oklahoma, the Stierwalt Dairy Products, Stock Consulting, Western Equipment, Cimarron Trailers, Purina, and the Slippers, friends of the Helderman Show Cattle, K-Bar Cattle Company, Black Hereford Ranch, the Vanderwerf Hereford, Barber Bison, Winnebago Toys, Visit Supreme Trailers, TLC Rentals, Mike Construction, Flood Energy Services, Hollywood Services. We thank you to all of our global partners. If you see them around, if you visit the Marina booth, shake their hand, look them in the eye, tell them thank you for making this second annual Stierwalt Cattle Battle so special, with once again over $32,000 in cash and prizes.
ring this morning. This is the toughest class I've judged out of the first 6 in the junior division. Seriously, it is. In terms of, there's a little spread from the top 3 on down. We are going to keep 3, incidentally. But man, these kids, as the young man in the cowboy hat, he does a really good job. Leeds happily with. I always like to give the benefit of the doubt to someone that has to park in that first spot because they don't have other cattle to look at. And with that being said, this young man is very seasoned. He's very calm. Does a really, really nice job. And he's more in tune to leading his heifer into it than scratching her and poking around and making her mad and getting her set up. So does a really nice job. Really an intense young man that's going to make this final drive with this little Hereford heifer. He maybe gets just a tick more nervous than the 2 that go out ahead of him. I don't say that as a fault line, just simply because, it takes a little of that intensity to get one across, and he certainly has that. But really nice job, really aware where the feed placement is on that heifer and does a really good job. Then we get down and we go a little deeper into this class. The young lady with the white steer, you really watch her feet good. I thought you let your calf get a little stretched out at times, but as far as you watching and knowing what you want, I like the fact that you're aware that you want him to walk in that rather than poking into it. And then as we go down the line here, like I said, some kids maybe didn't have their cattle set up quite as good as the ones above them, but they're darn sure good showmen. This truly was the deepest class from one. I didn't count them. I think there was 8 or 9 in this class. However many there was an awesome set of showmen throughout.
But over here on the north side, a real stout group of senior showmen in this particular division. We're going to bring the 2 young men back whenever we get to going through the semifinals and finals. I kind of visited with because I thought that these 2 young people here in 3rd and 4th warranted it. I visited with the young man. I'd like to see her front feet just a little closer together on the side view. And that young lady come out here with the Hereford, and she was doing really good. And the calf just kind of gave up on her, and he wants to be a little ornery. But let's give him a big hand. We'll look forward to seeing those 2 back.
In class number 3 of the senior division, 7th place goes to Gage Wahoo, 6th goes to Hudson Scribner, 4th goes to Ivy Cohen, 4th goes to Chloe Corbin, 3rd goes to Cooper Lynn, 2nd is Colton Ward, and 1st goes to Connor Moore. In class 6 of the junior division, 6th place goes to Tatum Bixby, 5th place goes to Olivia Jones, 4th goes to Rachel Watley, 3rd goes to Quade McIntyre. He will come back. Top 3 will come back to Quade McIntyre. 2nd went to McCoy Landwehr, and 1st Swayze Dunsmore. We'll see Swayze, Quade, and McCoy all back.
Seniors coming back, just a PSA, seniors coming back in showmanship. Out of the first team, it will be Abby Emerson and Blake Henrich. And Avery Blakely. In heat number 2, it is going to be Emma Schultz. Emma will be the only one out of heat number 2. And in heat 3, it is going to be Connor Moore and Colton Ward. Those are going to be your seniors as of right now coming back.
We're going to keep 4 of the 8 back. We're going to get our next group in and then we'll finalize this junior division. But if you're watching from ringside, it's personal preference, absolutely personal preference in terms of you don't have to be a rocket scientist or a degree to see these 8 kids out here. They're all very, very talented. I think that for what I like, and again, it's personal preference for the way they put their cattle in motion, the way they stop their cattle, and they don't put them on slam the brakes part and they lead them into it, and they keep their heads up. And then they'll do a really nice blend in my opinion of watching the judge. But to me, that's something that really gets overkill. You'll have parents say, hey, I probably told my kids that when I was younger to make sure you watch the judge. Well, I think that gets a little overblown. I think you need to, if you're going to spend a year's worth of work on livestock to put them in the ring and present them at their best, yeah, you need to know where the judge is. I think that's the way they should have been taught, in my opinion, is know where the judge is at, but watch your path. Make sure you get up their captains. We've all seen kids watch the judge so darn much that their heifer or steer or whatever they're showing moves, and they're not even aware of it because they're zeroed in on the judge. And I think these 8 exemplify a good combination of knowing where I'm at, but being more concerned on what their cattle look like. Awesome group of 8. We're going to keep 4 out of this group.
stout heat of senior showman, and the three that I'm going to bring back for the finals. You know, you can get nitpicky, and we could have again stayed out here all day. And I think this young lady has just been solid since she came in here. It's really hard to get on her in terms of the fault of what she does. Her cap's always dialed in. Young man, you come out here, you're working hard today. I thought that probably when we put that pair when we got up here, we got a little out in front of it, so a little bit, okay? Just pick them front feet back up underneath. Kind of the same thing here. You're dialed in. She's looking really good. Every once in a while, her head wants to drop, and we're coming straight out of it, okay? So these three will be coming back. You other young people did a nice job. Let's give them a hand.
Senior class number 4, your placements are as follows. 6th place goes to Jana Branch. 5th goes to Cameron Holmes. 4th goes to Jacob Hammond. 3rd goes to Chase Gordon. 2nd goes to Jody Leedey. And 1st goes to JC Vega. Those are your placements in class number 4 of the senior division.
So as we get this class of kids back out here representing another group of heats, it's hard to imagine that when you get them all out here that this isn't the absolute final vibe, and these kids are that good. They really are. Just a few things that separate them, I think. And some of it has to do with the cattle. The young lady, quickly, when you come in the ring, I had in my mind you were definitely going to make this next cut. And it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with your effort. She's not going to play right now. And I can't punish another kid who's having us. So it's not you, it's your effort that it took you out of it. She was really good out here the first go around. And I'm not just singling her out, but sometimes the cattle can just give you that what you need, or they give you helpers you need, or many obvious reasons that could happen. But anyway, we're going to keep 4. That's going to leave us with 8 to come back and finalize this division. If I've taken a little longer than what maybe I should have, I don't truly apologize for that, simply because this group of kids is really, really good, and I think it demands a little time. It's going to be exciting to get Leedey and back out here. I think we're going to end up, I'm going to clarify this at the desk. I think we got to get our top 3. So awesome group of kids. It's been a real treat to work with.
final drive in the junior division. We've got Bailey Page, Clancy Cunningham, Ella Danielson, Kate Sweeney, Kira Ingram, Landry Fuss, McCoy Manworth, and Swayze Dunsmore. They're in our final drive of the junior showmanship in the South Ring.
What a stellar group of showmen. How about a round of applause for these kids and several kids that didn't get back out here for this drive. Truthfully, you know, I guess I'm a believer like probably just 99% of the people here that to the victor goes the spoils and you don't share trophies. And boy, when you get in a situation like this, though, you're like, man, oh man, I wish we could spread this out a little more. But with that being said, as I see these kids, some of these kids have had the opportunity to be in this ring a couple times, and you just see them do things so right so many times. And so if you're watching from ringside and you got a granddaughter or a grandson and one of your kids out here and they don't make the top 3, I understand. I live on that side of the fence way more than I live this side of the fence. I understand that. I didn't like it. Any one of these kids can win this. I'm not saying that to make you feel good that they're not solid from top to bottom. With that being said, though, also, like I said earlier in the day, it's all personal preference, the way things all come together. And so, with that being said, there is a showman out here that I think just hit me hard when he or she walked in the ring, and every time he or she walked in the ring, it's been the same. I'm going to pick you in top 3 here. We'll move on to what an outstanding set of kids. Also, what I would also like to add to that, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more today, is when you get in this livestock setting, very seldom you'll ever see a kid with a bad attitude. You'll see a disappointed kid, and I'm all about that. If you got skin in the game, you're going to be disappointed. But I very, very seldom deal with a kid that gives you a bad attitude for not winning. And with that being said, to me that's a tribute to you on that side of that. So at any rate, we're going to pick you your top 3. I do have an individual picked out here that I think just exemplifies an outstanding showman. It's a really close race. We'll get you your second, third, and more.
Over here in senior showmanship, this was the first 4 heat winners, and we come back and work through again, and we got plenty of cattle to get through. We're going to speak to the finals, will be your division champion. I went to a visit with the young people at IRC. Again, showmanship is as much up to personal preference and how you like it as a judge as anything. So don't put it on. Let's give them a big hand and we'll keep working through everyone.
Places in the junior division, your second reserve champion. Second reserve is going to be elevated. Reserve champion junior showman, recording name here. Name your champion junior showman is going to go this way. See you guys more. I don't know what applause for all our kids in the junior division this morning. They did a fabulous job. We'll move on to the intermediate in the South Wing, and we're bringing in heat number 5 of the senior division in the North Wing.
This happens area B's. Similar trailers, Western Equipment, Scout Consulting, Vincent Van Walters, Ship for H2Os, and trailers, Walter Canal Company, Midwood Canal, TLC Rails, Mike Hall Construction, Jeffrey's Livestock Quality. Lansing Scrub Intermediate Class 2. 6th place goes to Dyson Dunlap. 5th goes to Hadley Hunt. 4th goes to Finley Reike. 3rd goes to Braden Callis. 2nd goes to Henry Sorrells. And 1st goes to Emma Lynn. We'll take the first 4 out of that group. So Emma, Emery, Finley, and Braden, you will be coming back.
Our next heat of senior showman, 2 exceptional showmen in my mind up at the top. So we're going to bring also the young lady in third back. I think all 3 of these young people do a really good job. This young man, he's dialed in, he's ready to go. Gaps on point. What I like about him is he uses the entire range, you know where he's at, always has his gap. This young lady, there for a minute I thought her gap was going to drop his head and kind of wall her a little bit, but she grabbed the gear and got after it, and so I appreciate that before to see her. This young lady with the black and white one, probably just got a little tired out here, but I think she does such a good job showing them when we need to bring her back for the line. Let's give them all a big hand.
He's in class number 6 in the senior division. 6th place goes to Greta. 5th goes to Michaela Hunt. 4th to Lizzie Duvall. 3rd goes to Casey McIntyre. 2nd goes to Libby McKindo. And 1st is going to Parker Lockhart. We'll bring back the top 3 in that group. So we will see Parker, Casey, and Libby all back once again.
did a great job and she was good out. She loved the whole thing. That 50 days opportunity to see all the talent. Just had some of the stuff. She just got it that, we got in this class and she needs to get her better. And get herself there. So that's where she excelled in this class. She had that reset and awareness of where she needs to be. The young man that kind of second class, they're a little more nervous than she is. But with that being said, you got your effort put up in place. She never wants to launch her down there. You never launch her back up. What got you in the second hole? You know you fixed it right down here, okay? But that's just right out there, your effort. She is just a little high on the stride. We got to like that too. So you need to fix that right there, okay? You need to fix it quick. You're really good at the deep lanes. You need to cut out there. Otherwise, you could have been a top shot. The young lady that comes out with this really pretty gold color effort. But I can say it's a couple things. One is, I punished her a little bit because, again, moving up the ladder at an age here, and you do that to your down over the play. And for the young lady that I'm running, you let that down there. You feel like that. Well, you can. I know what those options you are. It's too abrasive to have your hand on there. But I think you have a lot better control of that instead. If you can fix that lead so you can hold that. It's going to hurt for you to get already. It's going to hurt so with that being said, if you can hold that up and push through the thing, I think you got way more control of the thing. I think you can do it once you got it. You do a great job. Fill that gap a little bit. The young man over does a really nice job. Probably approaching out a little bit earlier than I think is opportunity. Otherwise, that's a really nice job. He's out there. He's everything in the top that way. When we get the bottom three, if I can just get them together, in my opinion, we do too much coaching and not enough actual training in the media to it. That just irritates the cat. So with that being said, maybe if you don't know that how you teach them the media to not go through it, that's usually not a good scenario. They're like really nice big kids.
I see the seniors showing pretty stout set of kids, and I think these two young ladies on top will come back for the finals and an exceptional job. They're just pretty calm, the camp was already set up. I thought they did a really nice job. Let's give them a round of applause.
Trent Wise in the senior division. Your heat is about to enter the ring. Trent Wise, who's reports to the North Ring. Placing in Heat 3 of the intermediate division. We will bring back the top 3. In 6th place, it was Hope Springer. 5th is Cassie Kelly. 4th, Kate Goodrich. 3rd, Jillian Sherman coming back. Wyatt McIntyre 2nd, and Jenna Donaldson 1st. 1, 2, 3 will come back, so Jenna, Jillian, and Wyatt, we will see you at the end.
really nice job, like most of them today, and all the 8 class runners. Always got to get presented and looking correct whenever you're out here from every angle. Get some ring awareness. I commend this young man coming out here in second. Again, that heifer calf was a little amped up when he first came out here. He calmed her down. He had her looking right. He does a really nice job. Let's give him all a hand. We'll look forward to seeing him back.
Senior Class 7 results as we get called up. 6th place went to Weston Frazier, 5th to Wiley Sims, 4th to Red Snyder, 3rd to St. Schmidt, 2nd to Piper Cohen, and 1st went to Cheyenne Bixby. In Class A of the senior division, 6th place was Tyler Manis, 5th went to Taylor Romblet, 4th went to Taylor Newark, 3rd went to Trevor Williams, 2nd Trent Wise, and 1st Taylor Leffler. For position number 1 of the showmanship, Abby Emerson, Connor Moore, Chase Jordan, and J.C. Vega. We need you station 4 on the north ring for your runoff. In the intermediate division, Class 4, 6th place was Keelan Dirksen, 5th place was Macy Reese, 4th Third, Kylie Ward. Second, Kelton Dowdle. In first, Kennedy Vapo. We will see Kennedy, Kelton, and Kylie back in the runoff. Junior Benny Hereford. Heifer classes, Junior Benny Hereford. We are going to see you very soon in the North Arena, right after this set of seniors.
Let's give all these heat champions a big hand out here as we pick through our second division. There's a lot of good senior showmen, and again, like my what I said earlier is, you know, good showmanship is really fun to watch. It's tough to judge, and I think all these kids do an exceptional job. These kids to my left are going to come back and compete for the finals, and I appreciate everyone that come out that's on my right. Let's give them a big hand out here.
Coming back from that division in senior showmanship will be Libby McAdoo, Parker Lockhart, Taylor Medford, and Kendra Walter. We will see them back with the Division I exhibitors for the final runoff of the senior showmanship. We're in class number 5 of the intermediate showmanship in the South Wing. As we say thank you to Scott Consulting, Friends and his Clippers, WW Livestock Handling Systems. Super big thank you to them. Jeffrey's Livestock Marketing is where we are live streaming right now on the World Wide Web. Friends at Cud Energy Services, Quartermaster Creek Angus Custom Wood Fibers, SC Show Supplies, County Line Feed Store, Rounds Insurance, R&R Feed Store, Trey Thomas Fencing, and Showfresh H2O. Big thank you to all of our corporate partners that will make this day possible for all of our exhibitors.
So in this, I think this is our final class. I hope I'm stating that right. We've got a really good showman that excels in this heat. She did the most things right the most often. Now, one thing I would want to see you do different in terms of geographical awareness. When you lead out, hug the edge of that ring. Okay, all right. Use that ring to your advantage. Richie had to tell you, to swing out wide. We got a lot of cattle in here, not a huge show ring. So at your age, that's one of the things I want you to practice a little harder. Just be aware of your surroundings and use that whole ring. Shoot out as soon as you get past the last cattle. Get out there and hug that edge, okay? So you get everybody. And then it gives me a better opportunity. Was I judging your cattle, and I can get away from them and see them a little better, okay? But as far as the way you set your calf, you're relaxed at the halter. That calf's comfortable with you. You do a really, really nice job. Young lady that's gonna come, we're gonna keep 3 incidentally, that comes second in this class. Hey, young lady, get a comb in your pocket. Where's your comb? You forgot your comb. You do a really nice job showing this calf. You set him up good, you get his back down. Maybe if I were you, I would probably, are you a little nervous? Are you kind of nervous? A little bit nervous. I would slow it down just a little, but I like your savvy. I like when you pull up in place, you get that top down, you get him set really good. Maybe just tone it back just ever so slightly and come back with the comb, please. The young lady with the heifer that comes third and going to get saved to come back, you do a really nice job also. I think at times you get your heifer parked pretty good, but then I think you zero in on me, and when she tends to move a little, you miss a little bit of that, okay? So I think it needs to be a little better combination of watching me, but more intent on what your heifer's doing, okay? The young lady that comes out fourth, and I didn't bring you back. I think you're really, really good. Back when it really counted, when I was making my decisions, your heifer got real wide on her front end, and you didn't fix it. And you were watching me again, like I said, a little more intention on me than what your heifer. She's standing fine right now, but here toward the end, when you really needed it, she got way wide on her fronts, and I needed you to fix that. Okay. The young lady with the gold steer here, he's been a rattlesnake. The longer he's out here, the tougher he's got for you to handle, and so he kind of took you out of the race. I think you've got a whole lot of talent, but he just didn't want to cooperate. He didn't want to stand. With that being said, I couldn't punish another kid. I can see your talent, and I'm sure you got talent. He pretty much wanted to do that the longer he was out here, and it kind of took you out of the race. Young lady with the pink, you let your calf get a little bit stretched out for actually both these girls let their cattle get a little stretched out for my liking, so I'd like to see you been a little more attentive to that. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. That's not a nice place to be up where you were, is it? You were stuffed up in that corner, and I always try to take that into consideration. Again, in a reiteration, to be redundant, I thought maybe these cattle got a little stretched out, and maybe you girls should have paid paid a little more attention to that, okay? Than being zeroed. Young man at the halter, I think, that's coming in next, I think if you were a little bit more savvy and a little stricter on that halter, you let that calf's head get down, that heifer's head get down, to get just a little plainer in the look. You just for the 15 minutes you get to spend out here, you got to give it 100%, okay?
And in intermediate class number 5, 6th place goes to Olivia Salmons. 5th goes to Samantha Graves. 4th goes to Rylan Flinner. 3rd will move to Savannah Ingram. 2nd, Timber Mefford. And 1st, Madison Schau. We will bring back our top 3, so Madison, Timber, and Savannah, we will see them back.
Good, how y'all doing? Good. Uh-oh. I'm glad you did. Good to see you. Okay. Bye. Good luck.
Let's give all these senior finalists a big hand out here. It's been a lot of work, and I just wanted to go through and visit with each one of these young people, and I just ask them how long they've been showing and where they're from, and you know, when you get to do each end of showmanship, we started this morning with the Pee-wees, and most of these kids are real experienced. They've been showing for a long time, and you like to see that. Again, like I said this morning, there's no better place in my mind than this show ring right here as a catalyst to build up young people. Showmanship's as good as any. You got to just be a team with your calf, and sometimes they can give up on you pretty quick. And I like watching a lot of good showmanship. It's always more challenging, especially when you get to this moment and you got to pick three. So I want you to give them a big round of applause. I'm going to go show you the three that I like, and I think that I'm confident that I found the 8 best in this particular division. Let's give them a hand. I'll go show you the ones I like.
One's the project, and one's, you know, it's still good. It's still good. I mean, they're not good enough for me. How have you been, man? I've called, left a message on it. If it's hello or something. I don't know.
Oh, it is. Through kind of last weekend with Tulsa and stuff, it's been kind of crazy. Kirk said that people here from 10 states. That's pretty awesome.
I heard 290 some entries, 290 some exhibitors, 500 and some guys. But you know, it's part of the reason y'all do what you do with him and all that. He's a nationwide. How deep's he gonna pick this?
I don't know.
I wasn't paying any attention. Has he picked any more?
He picked the boy that you mentioned.
Okay. So that was second then.
I believe so.
That's just nearly expected. So, I mean, that's pretty darn good stuff.
Looks like the wheat's coming.
Good, and it here you can just drive up over the hill. It's really good at my mother's, as good as it's ever been. It's only about a mile and a half wide. You get on either side of that, and you know, it came in sections. So we've got some. I mean, one of the guys told me, said, by the way, said that we've got another guy. You've never seen it that good in all the years I've been up here. And he's a neighbor that watches everything we do. And it's just like, and it's honestly, we didn't have very much rain there. It's just barely had enough so that wheat's never been beat down or anything. It's just good. But then 3 miles from there, there was a
We're going to keep 4 out of this, out of their respective heats, and bring the next group in, and we'll get her whittled down for you so we can move on into the market end of the cattle show. But 4 awesome. I think there was 8 out here, or 7 or 8. I think there was 8, and it's just nitpicking by the time you get to this point. You're hoping for a kid to make a mistake, and oftentimes they don't even make a mistake. It's just simply that someone that made it to the finals did it just a little quicker and just a little better maybe, but it wasn't so much that they made a mistake. But these are the 4 individuals that'll be coming back to represent the intermediate division.
In senior showmanship, your results are as follows. 3rd place went to Kendra Walter. Reserve champion goes to Parker Lockhart. And your champion in the senior division goes to JC Vega. Congratulations to all of our senior exhibitors. We are moving on to the Mini Hereford Junior Minnie Hereford in the North Ring.